Bro,
Look
John
at my open tabs.
loyal.
Bro, it's because have you guys seen the Moses thing on Netflix?
Oh, I came across it. Is it good?
Yeah, dude, I just finished it. It was pretty good.
Dude, instead of seeing like naked chicks or something, I have like One Piece girls.
Should we show? Should we all show our Instagram thing?
For you page?
Our you page? Or what is it?
Yeah, the
Mine's not bad.
explore page.
Girls kissing. Bianca Yeezy's girl naked. Girls kissing. Costco.
There's a little back echo, or what do you call it?
Backsplash. No.
Yeah.
So they can hear us now.
Yeah.
Oh, good thing.
I got myself muted.
Oh,
Well, I just unmuted myself.
oh.
All right. What were you talking about, Moses?
Yeah, bro. The Netflix, it's like the what do you call it? Not a documentary, obviously.
In a way, a story.
Yeah, like it tells the story of Moses,
Yeah.
and it's pretty dope, dude. Because I mean, it's a little. Obviously, they have to dramatize it and stuff, but the major parts are pretty accurate. Testament of the story of Moses.
Did you ever watch the animation from like 2000? That was a good little movie. I mean,
I haven't seen that.
from when I was a kid, I remember watching that.
It was like they had him played by, or not had him, but he was like of a brown ethnic, right? In that cartoon, he wasn't like white; he was like brown.
Which
It showed him like an Egyptian.
which I
Yeah.
would say is accurate because
Right.
obviously, like they're African. You're not white.
Ooh, getting off Wi-Fi.
Why?
It like stuttered right now, so we could just have the best bandwidth for the stream.
Nice.
Yeah. It showed him being an Egyptian, and then just the story of him, but it was just animated. But it was pretty good. You know.
Yeah. There's one about Jesus too. It's called The Chosen.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, bro. My wife watched it without me, so
You didn't watch it.
now I have to watch it on my own.
So what's it about actually?
What?
The show Moses, is it just like
It literally just tells like his story. Like it begins with him, like obviously like getting picked up from the Nile,
right?
but
Is
like
it-
it's 3 episodes. It's 3 parts, but each one is like an hour and a half.
Is it like biblically accurate?
Yeah,
Okay,
I would say so.
cool.
There's a few because they kind of pick it from all religions.
Right.
Like they get stuff like from the Quran and obviously like Christianity, even Jews.
Right.
So like they kind of try to mesh everything, which I mean is fine because like it's fine, but
Yeah.
but
As long as like Hollywood doesn't get involved, because
nah, like you could tell it was like
Nice.
privately funded or whatever
because
it's not big.
What is that on?
Netflix.
Because the History Channel did like something like that about the Bible. They made like a whole series of like following important characters like
Yeah.
Moses and all that.
Like 10 episodes, I think.
Like 10
Couple
episodes.
seasons, I think.
That was actually pretty accurate.
Yeah.
But then they made a movie about Noah like about like 8 years ago now
Oh yeah.
with Russell
Yeah,
Crowe.
I remember that one, and that one was like so.
Bro, what was that about?
Hollywood. Yeah, that
Yeah.
one was so Hollywood. Can you
Was
turn
it?
me up, bro? I'm like, I can't
Turn
hear
you up?
myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Nephilim, or what are they called?
Turn
in
me up too,
English?
please.
Oh yeah, the Nephilims.
The
Yeah, I
Nephilims?
can hear myself now.
They were big rocks.
Yeah, they were like rock people.
They were rock
They
people.
were.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, they were Nephilims.
It's like, bro, just stay accurate to the story and people will like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, like I love those things. Like I love documentaries and stories about like history, especially like biblical things,
Yeah.
because obviously, like they were real.
Right.
But as long as you keep it accurate, like keep it going.
But how in reality, how do we know it's accurate though?
No one knows. Truthfully, no one knows.
All you can go about
you
is
have
like
the written
basically
accounts.
what's on the Bible.
Yeah, right. But you have the written accounts. But at the end of the day, like, it's like word of mouth, right? Have you ever played the game? What is it?
Broken telephone.
Broken
Telephone.
telephone. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but like we talked about this a couple episodes ago. But obviously, like the Bible is the only thing that we kind of have to rely on, like that far of historical events. Like obviously, this is thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
But if it's been able to be preserved for so long, well, there's got to be truth to it.
Yeah.
Which one's
But
mine, bro?
This one,
The yellow one.
the other way.
If you want to turn it up, you
Yeah,
turn it.
no, I'm fine right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right there.
But yeah, did you guys see that Kansas City, the voters voted no on raising tax to fund the what is it, Hunt family? Is it Hunt?
The
family?
Hunt family, yeah.
Yeah, dude. I think that's crazy. I think that's good though. Like
Yeah.
like actual citizens, like, you know, like it's a football team. You like us in general, we love football, right? But I think that's good though, because like in reality, it's not like any of those citizens, you know, in what is it, Missouri, right?
Yeah.
They're not going to get any of that profit.
Right.
You know, it's, you know, they socialize, you know, making the stadium, right? But they'll privatize the funding or the profits. I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like at the end of the day, what do they get out of it? You know, they still have to pay hundreds of dollars of their hard-earned money to go see the game,
Yeah.
right?
I feel like the only thing that the city benefits from is obviously like the fun of winning championships. But then it's like you don't get a ring, you know, like as
Yeah.
a citizen. It's like, so I see the point, but I guess from like a higher view of it, if you're winning championships, at least you keep the public happy.
Right.
Yeah, and I think they're trying to ride on the high that the fans have with the Chiefs winning now.
Yeah, they're like the dynasty.
They're a dynasty. They're hot. And how come they didn't try to build a new stadium for the last 25 years when the Chiefs weren't hot? Because they thought
Right.
that the fans weren't going to be on it. But now they're trying to build it, trying to ride that hype, and the fans aren't for it. And that's kind of good because, I mean, like we were going back, I saw on Reddit the comments on when that story came out. A lot of people were like, kind of what we were saying a couple podcasts ago. They're like, we're not seeing any benefit from it. The fans aren't
Yeah.
benefiting from it. Like if we would get like one ticket a game, then okay, let's do it.
Great, yeah.
But no, they're taking our taxes away. And apart from that, they still are going to privatize the profits. Like, nah,
Well, that contract was up for another like 4 or 5 years or 6 years, something like that.
for Arrowhead.
Yeah, for Arrowhead. So it's not even
2030, I think.
Yeah, so it's not even like it's not even expired. But at the end of the day, bro, like, you know, they're like basically holding the city hostage. You
Yeah.
know, because they only want to put 300 million of like 800 million.
Right.
It's like, bro, they make hundreds of millions of dollars in just revenue a year.
Right.
You know, like they know how to allocate whatever money they have. You know, what is it, CPAs and accountants and stuff that can do the work for them,
Yeah.
you know. So at the end of the day, like it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So where do you guys think that they will, if they do leave Kansas City, where will they go?
There's they want
Go back to
Dallas.
San Diego.
They want Dallas because that's where the owner lives.
Nah.
Because they're originally from Dallas. The Chiefs used to be the Cowboys.
Oh, really? I didn't
Yeah,
know
but
that.
it'll be, you know, 6 to 8 years from now, you know.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
It'll be a good place to put them if they decide to be Fort Worth, Dallas.
No, I
It's
think
big enough.
I think the honest like place that makes more sense is San Diego, because there's already like a stadium there.
But they want a new stadium.
Why is Andy in the podcast ban him? Yeah, let's ban him. Get him.
What about like,
Get a drink.
what about, what about another state like Montana or Idaho?
Nah, never.
No.
never,
What about
never.
Colorado Springs?
Never.
Here.
Nah.
Nah,
Colorado
'cause
Springs is big though.
Bro, like if Missouri is, you know, dude, like I what do you go to Missouri for?
Nothing.
Nothing. So obviously, if you're gonna move a
Dilly.
if you're gonna move a sports team, you're obviously gonna go to a bigger market. Look at the
Yeah.
Raiders. Like you went from Oakland to Vegas.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's a huge move. You go to Vegas, which is probably, dude, I would argue Vegas is the best place to be for a sports team.
Orlando?
Honestly.
Orlando
Vegas?
could be.
Betting?
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
no.
betting, lifestyle, like
Yeah, but there's already
you
a
go,
team there.
bro. People go to Vegas to have a good time. So, and
But-
the state of the
But
art
it's not,
stadium.
it's not like there's like permanent residents there. Like there obviously is, but like it's not a big market for that.
I don't think people. I don't think
Like
you
it's
care.
not a big population.
Montana is actually growing now because there's a lot of people from California.
Bro, I couldn't even tell you where Montana is on the map. Like, if you put a map in front of me, I cannot point out Montana.
Why Andy looking at you
It's
like
so
that?
That's
you go,
down
Colorado, you go up a little bit and then you go to the left.
You ever watch Yellowstone?
No.
The show?
Oh, bro, one of the best shows ever.
Yeah.
Andy says that it's pretty good.
Oh,
It's really
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
You don't ever disrespect the Yellowstone like that.
Yeah,
I wasn't disrespecting. I just said I didn't see it.
Great
Nah,
show,
bro,
great
like
show.
like even the A's. The A's are getting out of Oakland.
They're going to
Vegas.
Sacramento.
No, they're going to Vegas.
No, they're going to Sacramento
Oh,
for a couple years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be in Sacramento, which is fine because
Right.
bro, like obviously anywhere in California, whether it be Oakland or Vegas or Los Angeles,
Mhm.
Sacramento, like San Diego, you can be anywhere in California and be like a
But that's
A
a
respectable sports team.
So everyone getting out of Oakland is a city issue, right?
Bro, Oakland's bad.
Yeah, it's a city issue. Like, bro, you go to San Francisco, right? And you'll just see a turd on the side of the street
Yeah.
or the side of the sidewalk.
Well,
But that's how Denver is now.
Bro,
Yeah,
I swear, dude. Like
they're almost there.
I went to downtown for like the first time in probably a couple years with my wife, bro, just to have dinner. Literally human feces in the streets off of 16th and
that's
16th,
disgusting.
bro. And dude, don't get me started.
Did you smell it?
that's
Obviously, how can you not?
Was it a little pile? Was it
Dude,
like
it was like a
turds?
long one.
oh, so it didn't look like the emoji.
Like this fool was squatting and moving at like a crab. He was like pushing it out.
Or it went down his like pants leg.
No.
Story time. Story time.
I do not consent of any stories that are going to be told here.
Now I want to know.
Yeah, I did want to know too because I don't know it.
Next week when Andy's not here.
You'll have to be here. I'm not going to be here.
Yeah, make sure you get the details right.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Oakland is pretty bad. Well, bit of a backstory. One of our friends got married there. I think Mito went. You went too.
Yeah.
we all went.
John?
Yeah, we all.
Yeah, John.
I was there too.
Yeah, oh yeah, we all went. Yeah. I forgot about that. But the next day we went to go eat at, it's called Los Moles, like this restaurant. It's literally in Oakland. It's
Nothing but moles. You didn't go with us?
bro, that place is amazing. But
good.
anyways, we were there and one of our family friends' cars got broken into in a parking garage across the street. They
way.
literally had eyes on it, but it got broken into and they stole 2 iPad Pros, 1 Microsoft Surface, and like they took one of their bags too, I think. But literally they broke the other side window from their viewpoint.
This is what happened. We got out. We were walking because it was like a block away around the corner. We got out. We started walking. I forgot my, what did you forget? I forgot my computer or something.
Yeah,
I had to do
'cause-
some work. We were probably like 3 to 5 minutes.
Right.
And when we got back, gone.
Wow.
And then there's a,
In a parking garage. too.
yeah.
That's
But it's
kinda
famous
scary.
though. San Francisco and Oakland is really famous for that. There's people that do it.
Because they called the cops and the cops came and they're like, well, we can't do anything about it. Like, honestly, we cannot do it. And so he was tracking it from his Find My iPhone.
Oh yeah.
No,
And it was around the corner.
They were moving.
They were moving, but it was around the corner. And like, we even went to like walk, which was kind of dumb because who knows what, they probably would have had a gun or something, right? Or a knife. But anyways, we went like walking and we didn't see anything. And he's like, it's right there. It's right there. But yeah, it's,
maybe they
pretty
dropped
crazy.
it or something.
No, it's a thing.
but he bricked it because you could break it on Find My iPhone. He bricked it.
But it's a thing in San Francisco and Oakland for the stealing out of your car. It's like a big major problem. Even if you're a resident, you get broken into all the time. It's a known thing there.
So this is what, 5 years ago or so?
Yeah, 5 years ago.
So when because we were staying in San Francisco for John's wedding, and I remember walking past cars that had windows taped on the inside, like basically saying, "We don't have anything in here. Please don't break my windows." No, for real. Like
Dang.
they were saving them the hassle of breaking their windows to look for stuff.
Which
Yeah,
sucks,
dude,
which
it's
sucks
bad.
because San Francisco is beautiful.
Dude,
like
San
downtown.
Francisco's
Yeah, it's
honestly
sick.
way beautiful.
Yeah.
Reminds you of what is that show? Family or
Family matters.
Full House.
Full House? There you
Full
go.
House, Full House,
Full
yeah.
House.
And even going south to Silicon Valley, where all the tech's at, is even more
Yeah.
beautiful. It's so sick down
Yeah.
there. It sucks that they're
Cupertino or whatever.
Cupertino. Yeah, it sucks that they're letting it go to waste.
Yeah.
I always bring up to people that are 49ers fans. That's around the time we went. They were making a Super Bowl run with Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
And I remember everywhere we went to little San Jose downtown, which is Santa Clara, where their stadium is at, is nothing but 49ers fans. And it was like, you could feel the hype, you could feel the energy. And that's, I don't know, it's something that's stuck with me for like the last 4 years because we've been missing that here. Like that type of football energy. Like,
Yeah.
bro, it was so sick seeing everybody walking downtown with like their 49ers gear. You just see the highlights in the restaurants. Like, I don't know, it was just really cool.
I feel like Broncos fans are entitled to be 49ers fans part time if they want to be.
Agreed, 100%.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
Because of
Because
Shannon?
No, because
Just 'cause it trickles
75%
down.
of literally the organization is ex Broncos, bro.
Yeah,
20%?
75%.
Bro, like
Really?
literally, yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
From McCaffrey to John Lynch, like
Kyle Shanahan,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Shanny running the show.
Wes Welker. Wes Welker's one of their coaches.
Yeah.
Like it's wild.
bro.
No. Wes Welker's in Dolphins, Miami.
Oh yeah, he used to be with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think of the solar eclipse? Like, I think it's kind of crazy how they're doing like a bunch of state emergencies for.
So I don't listen to the news too much, but I heard that there was going to be something like this. So what's like the?
I don't think you were here last week. I was in Austin 3 weeks ago, and I was at the rental to get my rental car, and they were saying that week is booked. Everything is booked.
Really?
Because I guess it's gonna be one of the spots now where the eclipse is gonna show. It's gonna be dark.
Is it?
Yeah, I believe so. That's why.
Yeah, it's starting so it's going to coming from Mexico from Mazatlan, and then it's going through the U.S. to Texas, and then from Texas it's gonna go like between Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Kentucky, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and it's gonna exit out through New York.
So what's the difference between the solar and lunar eclipse? A solar eclipse happens
of the
during the day or at night.
Day.
So a lunar eclipse happens
Night.
overnight.
That's where the ancient civilizations made their sacrifices.
Yeah.
But we just had like a quarter of an eclipse. What, like less than a year ago?
Yeah.
We had a whole eclipse. Like,
2017.
yeah,
Really?
wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
I was at my suegre's house and I went to go look at it.
Did you,
But, I
did you
mean-
pull a Trump and look at it naked-eyed?
I'm down. Yeah, what's the doubt?
He doesn't have much to lose. He's blind as it is.
Yeah, I don't got nothing to lose. Do you what do you think? What did you hear anything what that thing called his devil comment or whatever? What's that about?
The Devil's Comet.
Yeah.
Is it part of the eclipse that's going on? Because from what I've heard, the thing that makes sense logically
Yeah.
is that the path that the eclipse is going to go through is going to be everything's booked. Like Ramiro said, everything's booked from the hotels to the cars.
Honestly, dude, the only thing that I know is like you can't even. This is the only eclipse that you can't look at without your glasses or something, or you will go blind.
Well, that's all of them.
Yeah, no. The lunar one that like at night you could look at it and everything. And I've seen some comments you could look at bare-eyed, but this one for some reason will blind you for some reason.
So then they're doing state of emergencies because the states are preparing for people to try to go and get food around that time when there's so many people in their state. So it's necessarily not a bad thing because usually Colorado, for example, does state of emergencies when we have a really bad blizzard and people are stuck at home. They do state of emergencies. So it's not a bad thing. My conspiracy side, though, thinks it's the end of the world.
Yeah.
It's what?
I think it's the end of the world.
Really?
What?
Why?
Bro, Twitter's been going crazy about this.
They have.
Some people have saying it's the rapture. Other people are saying that the U.S. is going to use it as a false flag event. Other people are saying that. And so around that time, NASA is launching 3 rockets into space named after Indian goddesses, deities. Right. Around the same time. So people are saying like,
Well,
what's
thanks for
going on
ruining
there?
my week, Kevin.
Well, I'll be honest with you, Kevin.
We got a couple days to live.
dude.
My Twitter's nothing but titties and ass.
Nah, you guys gotta get on the good side. But yeah, and some people are saying that it's gonna be someone's gonna do an EMP and our electrical grid's gonna go down. Like that's everybody's saying that, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so I just looked it up. So the devil's comment is just a comment that has like where you can quote unquote see horns, but it coincides with the solar eclipse. But I mean, I don't know, bro. I seen a conspiracy theory. It was about what was it about? About how this big company, I forgot what it's called, is going to use it to like what was it called?
Promote.
No, so basically they were gonna build some stuff on that day or something with the government to like take over the world or something crazy.
Mm.
But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. People like to fear monger, especially how they saw, and now that they saw how effective it was with COVID. So people are probably trying to piggyback off of that. Also, there's people trying to make money out of it. So if they could get you to get scared of something, they could sell you something.
Yeah,
So
When is the eclipse? This week?
Monday.
Monday. Yeah.
So you think this is the last weekend for humanity?
Yeah.
See you, buddy.
Let's go get a Lamborghini, guys.
Yeah.
What do you got at the dealership that I could get real quick?
Nothing
Nothing
close.
worth it. I don't know.
They losing.
But yeah, bro, like you seen that? Like a lot of those states are calling state of emergencies because they're expecting so many people.
Also, the FAA put out a statement saying for pilots of airlines to be prepared if they lose radio communication, navigation,
What
and some
what
other
time?
stuff.
I'm
With the
flying to
eclipse?
Washington D.C. at
On
2.
Monday?
Yeah. I'm gonna die, guys.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Look it up. When's it supposed to happen?
I could look it up.
Because I haven't even looked up when it's supposed to happen.
Aren't
Monday,
eclipses
midday, I
short?
think.
Yeah, they're like the one in
It's like
2017.
5
20
minutes,
minutes.
isn't it?
Yeah, the one in 2017 was like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Bro, it was the oil field doesn't shut down for anything.
Yeah.
It shut down for the eclipse. The solar
That
eclipse.
time?
That time, yeah. When I was working there.
Yeah.
I remember, bro, like I feel like eclipses do have something because like even the Bible it says, you know, like in the last days, like the sun will be black and stuff like that.
Right.
But
There's
I think they're fascinating, dude. Like obviously,
Yeah.
like these are like what do you call it? Like not marvels, but they're crazy, dude. Like I think that like there's so much cool things that happen,
well,
you know,
In the past?
No, like in the world, like in planet, like just stuff that we can't comprehend.
right.
Like I just think it's such a marvel for things to line up to a point to where it's like the earth is blacked out in certain parts, obviously.
We're gonna get into it a little later with talking about like ancient civilizations and what people see, but think about all the ancient civilizations that we know of: the Egyptians, Aztecs, Mayans, the ones in India, China. What is it that they all did? They all looked at the stars. They were all stargazers.
Yeah.
So
They didn't have TVs to look at though, bro.
no, they didn't have but like I don't know. Somehow I feel like it's ingrained in all of us. When we see comets, the stars, the eclipse that's gonna happen. So I think it makes people go crazy.
It's
Honestly,
just fascinating, dude. And,
Yeah.
like you know, like we're talking right now.
The Florida man.
Like we can't even talk about an eclipse without people thinking it's the end of the world.
right? That's
And
what
like
I'm saying.
realistically, like I mean, if you ask me, like that's probably unlikely. But just the fact that even crosses people's minds when it's really just like a marvel. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I think they're amazing. Like you know, like I couldn't tell you how many times I just look at the sky and I'm impressed.
I looked up the time. It begins in Texas at 1:27 p.m. Central Time and it ends in Maine at 3:35 p.m. Eastern DT.
So you might see it on the plane then.
That'll be sick.
That'd be dope,
Yeah,
dude.
we don't-
Knock out some old lady that's by the.
Oh, I'm flying in a big plane over there, so I'll be in the middle aisle. But we'll probably bunch up in the
Damn.
For real, by the windows.
yeah.
Look straight
Yeah,
at
we're
it.
doing a 777
forget.
or whatever, a big old jet.
Everybody's on one side of the plane. And starts,
Yeah. I mean, talking about like old civilizations, though, like
Hold
you
on.
think
Before we go into that, the only conspiracy that made me think about it was this guy. He connected all the solar eclipses that, like the big ones, like it's going to happen now, through history. And each time through history, specifically one in 1810,
Oh, sorry.
they're all superseded by an earthquake
Really?
around that same area. And
well,
what's
there
been-
was a big one in Taiwan or something, no?
Taiwan, and what's been happening the last couple of days, there was one in New Jersey and now in New York today.
New York, yeah.
Oh no way.
Yeah, so
Oh,
that's
yeah.
that's the only one that kind of like got my eye because we're seeing stuff like that, and I'm just like, damn.
I seen people talking about that. A lot of these earthquakes were man made, though.
Yeah, you could
Because of the fracking?
you go into
Not
that rabbit hole.
not fracking, but like actual like machines that would,
HARP or DARPA, one of those two.
yeah, like that would actually move the tectonic plates for a like earthquake to happen.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's deep into the rabbit hole if we go down that path.
I went pretty deep today. Licho was texting me. I'm like, ignore.
Trying to save humanity.
Like, what else is happening?
But what
yeah.
were you saying about the ancient? The
Oh yeah,
civilizations?
yeah. So yeah, I mean, we're talking about ancient civilizations, right? Like Mayans and other civilizations that looked at the sky, right? But a lot of those civilizations, right? They all had the same, animal, right? Like, which is the dragon. They all depicted a dragon, right? Either as the devil or as an actual just animal. So do you think they were actually real at one point?
Yeah, I think so.
What do you think, Andy?
What's up, brother?
Were dragons real?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
No.
Doesn't even have to think about it.
No,
100%.
because for real, look, you look at dinosaurs.
He's like, look, you guys ever seen Game of Thrones?
No, for real, dude.
You
Look,
can't tell me.
no,
Which is
look,
fact.
we got all the Jurassic Parks, and like they say exactly how dinosaurs can be recreated and everything, right?
Right.
They just found a woolly mammoth fully preserved in ice the other day.
Right.
Even they could even tell what water and what it was eating and stuff. There's literally proof that it's possible to do a clonation of all this going on, right?
Right.
For mammoths, saber-toothed tigers, dinosaurs, whatever.
A clonation?
Yeah.
Bro, did you see the 80-year-old
You mean
that got
cloning?
arrested in Montana because he was cloning? Bighorn sheep?
Yeah, the extra large sheep.
Really?
Yeah.
He was cloning them?
You didn't see that?
No.
Dude,
Was he
it was-
successful?
Yeah. So he bought some
Big money.
So he brought some Asian, like they're the biggest bighorn sheep out in Asia, like in general in the world. He brought them over here. He brought parts over, and then he took it to a company. They made like these embryos for it, and then he started implanting them. And I think he had like whatever, how many successes. He got like a perfect male out of it, and then he started
way.
using it to like breed them with the other horn sheep out there. You didn't see that?
No, I didn't
yeah.
see that.
I haven't
That's
seen that.
crazy.
Yeah, he was getting like 40 or 50 years.
Yeah, out of like 165 embryos that he put in all the females, one purebred male came out, and he was using that for all the females, but he imported it from like Asia or something like that. But each buck he sold to like big game farms in Texas here and there. It was like
Yeah.
40 to 60 grand each.
Yeah,
buck.
so
Would you say
he-
40 to
Damn.
50? Like in prison or what they were paying?
No, like so each charge was like a minimum of 5 years. But dude, yeah, he's 80 years old. They're
He could
throwing
care
the
less.
book at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but dude, it's crazy how actual like that's like real life cloning, bro. Like
That's impressive.
And keep in mind, he did this for 15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. it
And
for
he's
15
in
years.
big trouble because he sent him to other states, so it's like federal,
Bro, so that makes you think if he's been doing this for 15 years cloning, what are they doing now?
right?
Like what technologies
Dude,
do they
I'd
have
be,
now?
I'd be
Or-
funding it. I'd be funding it.
Well, no, because they don't belong here. That's the point of it. They
We don't belong here. Look, we
I
made
don't
it.
care.
We made it. We made it.
We're in America.
Yeah, he's not wrong, bro. I mean, like, this isn't our country. Like,
Yeah.
Go back to your country.
But that's the point of it that basically like he dirtied the pool of the the what is
The
it?
gene pool.
The gene pool. There
Yeah.
you go. But I thought that was pretty crazy. They're definitely throwing the book at him.
it's kind of like with the Wagyu crosses. You know, they had to go through all
yeah.
like the regulations and everything like that.
Yeah.
So this dude basically did the same,
Without
but no permits, no permission, nothing like that. Like
Free
all,
country.
all under the table.
Bro,
free country.
that's so stupid though, because we have dog breeds that are literally like they shouldn't exist.
they're all halvesies.
Yeah.
Bro, like English bulldogs, they should not exist.
No, English bulldog.
No, bro, like if you look like the originations of some of these dogs,
It's
from
more
so
like
much
French bulldogs.
it comes from so much perversion
Inbred.
of
Inbred.
inbreeding and stuff like that. Is like they're literally creating monsters.
Isn't
Like obviously it's a dog, they're cute and stuff, but they should not exist.
Dogs are the best.
wasn't that the pit bull too?
Yeah, Pitbull, perfect example.
'Cause it's a mix
Perfect
between
should
a
not exist.
It's a mix between a pit terrier and a bulldog.
Yeah,
pit bull.
shouldn't exist.
Well, that's why Kobe has so
Donkeys.
many issues.
Probably,
Maybe not donkeys.
probably, yeah.
Because he's so like his gene pool is so inbred and stuff that like he had a bunch of joint issues. He
Yeah,
had
bro, and that's the
allergy
thing.
issues.
Like obviously that's why you should avoid like this inbreeding because you create animals that ultimately have a lot of problems.
yeah,
But that's what I'm saying. Like they're doing it for dogs, and you sell them for thousands of dollars, and this guy he gets in trouble for trying to for sheep.
But that's tame stuff. This
Yeah,
is
and
wildlife.
Yeah, and honestly,
Bro,
dude,
dogs
that-
are wild animals.
And honestly,
They-
that dude kind of made like a hybrid. Like they had no deformations or anything.
How did you
that.
get found out?
I honestly don't know.
I don't know
Just
how you got found out.
Yeah.
I'm sure, like, he sold it to someone, and they're like, "Hey, what the heck?"
They took the halsies to see a vet. and
It,
he's
it,
like,
must have
"Wait a
been,
minute."
it must have been someone involved, like with a wildlife.
It's like something's wrong.
reservation
Something's
or
wrong with my
something.
goat. It
His
flies.
balls are too
That's
big. Yeah.
wings. That's a dragon right there.
That's a dragon.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
but yeah. Getting back to that topic though.
the what? Oh,
About
dragons.
the dragons.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
No, bro. I think dragons are real at some point. Maybe they're not like as accurate as
Hollywood.
these mythical creatures that Hollywood makes. But for sure, dinosaurs are real. If you want to put wings on a dinosaur and call that a dragon, yeah, I'm with that.
Well, actually, continuing that line of topic, the closest relatives to dinosaurs. Do you guys know what it is?
chickens.
It's literally a chicken. So
Yeah.
how far fetched is
Then
it?
crocodiles.
that-
Giant chicken. This whole time a dragon is just a giant chicken.
Literally, bro, look at like an ostrich or something. You know, just with like velociraptors and ostriches.
Right.
Compared
Yeah.
to how similar are their sizes? Just imagine an oversized grown chicken. You
Yeah.
know, chasing after you. You
Bro,
know?
that'd be scary.
Ostriches are scary.
Yeah.
Bro, they are.
Oh yeah,
You
they're
ever seen
super
them,
scary.
like up close? They're freaking scary.
Chickens are scary.
Yeah.
Like when
No,
you're
not
around
that
chickens
scary.
in Mexico, bro, they start pecking at your feet.
I don't know, Kevin.
Bro,
Kevin's like 7 feet tall. Bro, chickens are scary.
Yeah, I think he had like one of those traumas when he was a kid, like that.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
running around the backyard with the chicken
probably-
chasing him.
yeah, it's like an elephant that sees a rat. That's me with the chicken.
Kevin's all scared of
Can you put it on my
chickens.
screen? So this is quote unquote. So CBS reported this. Scientists discovered 240 million year old dinosaurs that resembles a mythical Chinese dragon, and this is its.
Wow, bro.
Skeleton.
Yeah, you couldn't tell me that's not. Bro, if the bones are there, it's real. Like that's all the proof I
That's
need.
the geological.
Bro, my
just-
mom has told me she's seen a dragon.
Yeah.
No lie, bro.
What? She's not that old.
And Miriam doesn't tell a lie.
My mom's an angel.
My mama said. My mama said.
Yeah, my mom's an angel. She'd never lie. But she was saying she was driving home from on Riverdale, and something just like swooped down on like basically on her hood and like went back up, and she said it looked like a
In
dragon
Brighton,
in Brian. Yeah, not
guys,
even kidding.
newsflash.
I think,
Dragons on the loose in Brighton, Colorado.
I honestly God think that
What, in the
they're-
South
they're-
Park?
they're still alive, bro. I think maybe
With all this technology,
maybe they're living on Sky Island.
with all this
Bro.
technology, bro.
Bro,
Only me and Eddie get that.
Explain, please.
the world is so big. The mountains are so vast. The ocean is so deep. There's animals out there
Exactly.
dude, like,
We don't know anything.
yeah, there
We
might be a
don't.
handful. There might be, hundreds, thousands, but
You know,
who are we to say that they're not in a deep cave or at the bottom of the ocean?
exactly.
Like there's just no way that we can't deny it.
Getting back to that woolly
Especially if there's proof, if there's
yeah,
bones.
exactly. Getting back to that woolly mammoth thing that I was telling you guys, how they found it like fully preserved. There was another, I guess you would call it like article or whatever. This guy went into like Antarctica, like into the real deep Arctic, and because he sent out an explorer team, all of them missing, every single one of them. No radio contact, couldn't find evidence where they ended up or anything. And this guy's like, dude, I want to know what happened.
Bro.
So he went out there with another discovery team, and he said the dude came back, just him, and he says that he for sure saw a saber-toothed tiger in the very deep of the most, far end of the Antarctic.
Yeah.
Bro.
So it's like, it's not far-fetched, bro. Like, these animals have gone into seclusion to where no human can find them.
Yeah.
And I mean, the world's a big place, bro.
Have you seen the conspiracy theories behind Antarctica? That there's pyramids down there?
Millions
your
of
nipples hurt.
conspiracies.
The what?
What?
I'm on millions of conspiracies of Antarctica.
Oh, I thought you said
That's-
something about nipples.
I have nipples too.
I said that gets your nipples hard.
Am I nipping or what?
I swear. I heard
This
like,
is-
That's why I said what. Okay, tell us.
So there's pyramids, and there's also that's what the Nazis were going over there and getting their technology supposedly in World War II.
Yeah. Yeah.
We talked about, didn't we? Was it
Yeah.
here? Or?
No, we talked about it after the podcast like 2 weeks ago. So the Nazis did have a base down in Antarctica. It's called New Schwabenland. And it was a submarine base, and they were doing some type of research down there. But what's strange is that after World War II, going by what we officially know, is that the U.S. went down there and they got together with all the countries and made a treaty that nobody else other than who were part of that treaty can be down there.
Yep.
Like, you start thinking, like, one, what did the Nazis know? What were they doing down there?
What are they hiding?
What are they hiding?
Yeah.
And what is that treaty trying to protect?
Yeah.
So that's like one of the conspiracies Miko was alluding
dude,
to.
like Kevin said, it's not a far-fetched idea. When Germany went to Argentina, to Mexico,
Bro.
Yeah.
why
Dude,
are they in so many places around the world?
I feel like this is a good topic, but talking about the Nazi stuff, dude, Lord knows what they were doing. They were doing experiments on humans. Like they were doing things that, humanity probably shouldn't be dabbing in.
Oh, one experience, the blue eyes, right? They were giving clones, twins, and blue eyes to.
And we're not talking about Silva.
The blue eyes.
Yeah,
that,
they were doing experiments that on humans were like literally not humane.
yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, bro, like I'm gonna go back to Argentina. So there's a reason why a lot of the top like level Nazi commanders and stuff went to Argentina. They had that treaty, but like that puts it into perspective, right? Like
What's next? What's
Next-
what's the next stop after Argentina?
Antarctica.
Exactly.
They must have spent a bunch of time there.
Bro, so before the pandemic, I went down to Argentina and I went down to the furthest southern point, which is called Ushuaia. That's the southernmost populated point in the U.S. and the world. I'm sorry, in the world. And anything after that is Antarctica. There's literally penguins there,
Just chilling.
just chilling. So, kind of going back to what Daniel said, it's kind of funny that they went to Argentina and the next stop is Antarctica.
And it's kind of like weird. Like, why would you pick Argentina, right? Like Argentina is so freaking far from Germany, bro.
Yeah.
It's literally so far, dude.
Yeah.
Like Mexico would be a great place to like have an alliance, especially if you want to take over the world. Like Mexico is very central. You can just walk in on the United States. I mean, the Canadians are just gonna give up. Brazil, like you're gonna have a hard time because of the rainforest and
Yeah.
But why Argentina, bro? Like that is so weird. Like Chile, anything else, right? Like
Brazil.
exactly. But Argentina, like the most, like
The most business thing.
I must say,
leave me alone. But anyways, no one wants to go to Argentina, bro, except for Kevin. The only person here that wants to go to Argentina is Kevin.
Kevin said, and in all my years of study, I went to Argentina to find my own answers.
Bro, I was wearing a hat that goes like both ways like that, saying it with a monocle.
Kevin in the biggest messy jersey you could find.
Yeah. Oh, dude, don't get us started.
Viste, yo soy de Argentina.
Che.
But it is beautiful down there.
Is it?
I will say that. It's called Paris of the South
Oh,
because
really?
it's real.
That's horrible then.
Buenos Aires.
Paris.
yeah, I hear Paris is pretty dirty, Kevin.
Depends
Bunch
where
of
you
poop
go.
everywhere.
No, Paris is actually dope, but it is, yeah, it's like, I don't know. I
No, but if you go to the countryside, which is the south, where it's least populated, because it's all populated. Argentina is basically populated in the middle and the north side. But if you go to the south, it's very sparse. But when you go to the mountain towns in the south, bro, it's the same as it is here up in the Rocky Mountains. Like the Rocky Mountain, the national park.
like snow and all that and cold. Or?
Yeah, bro, they have glaciers. They have
Glaciers.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
That's pretty sick.
They have one of the only glaciers that is still growing instead of receding.
Wow.
There.
Exactly. Why the hell would you want to go there?
Bro,
I
it's
hate
beautiful.
the cold, bro.
It's beautiful.
Right now is my time. Right, being outside, hot weather, riding my bicycle.
Oh, bro, I finally whipped out the shorts.
Yeah, dude.
Once I whip them out,
Then I go back.
I wore
they're
shorts
until
today.
December. Yeah,
Yeah, same.
bro.
I love shorts, bro.
Dude,
yeah.
I hate wearing. Jeans
I keep with
and all
long
that.
sleeve on until like mid-June.
Nah, bro, I'm out.
Yeah.
Bro, if it's 40, 50,
Nah.
but no wind, like I'm out there in shorts and
If you're working outside,
Shorts and hoodie.
long sleeve. But if you're just chilling,
I'm
short
chilling
sleeve.
with the long sleeve. I don't care. I get cold easy, bro.
Weird.
Yeah. And then June is like rainy, you know? So it's like, you know, I got to have a long sleeve.
I do it for the sun. It's freaking aging me.
going back to the dragons thing, Daniel. Someone had written a point that a lot of societies around the world depict dragons, so that comes into play as well. If so many societies are able to make an image of what a dragon might look like, and all of them are so similar,
Yeah.
that's a what do you call it, like an argument that makes for a strong argument.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Like if you ask 1,000 people to draw a dog and they all look like a dog,
Right.
right.
well then they probably know what a dog is.
or
right?
they seen a dog.
Yeah. So like same thing. If you got the Chinese or like Europeans, like if they
Well,
Mex-
people in America too.
It's the Aztecs, yeah.
Yeah.
The
yeah,
flying
so
serpents.
if they have images of dragons or ideas of what they might look like,
Yeah.
who are we to say that they aren't real?
Bro, I think it's kind of crazy, but I think it goes back to that, like okay, like we're talking about the goats, right? Like there's different species. I think it's just exactly like that. Like Asia had a certain type of dragon, North America, etc. Right? I think that's how it went. We just maybe they're just like that. Elusive animals, right? Like don't you see those news reports like, oh, scientists finally found after 50 years. Some type of monkey or some BS, right?
Yeah.
And they were just chilling the whole time.
Yeah, they're
like,
just so dug in. Bro, like how often do you see a snake like in real life?
I saw 2 today.
you
But they were small. I saw them on the trail.
Yeah,
They were like
you
this.
be outside.
every time I pull it out.
Bro, and anyway, talk about elusive.
But yeah,
No, like
Yeah,
I don't see I haven't seen a snake in like years. Like just out in the wild, right?
Yeah.
Much so or
Go poke
more
around.
so a dragon.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
It's-
All I have to say is like they're probably out there, but if they are so elusive, for good reason.
It's believable because we know that there's animals that have been going extinct for the last like 100, 200 years. Like, for example, the Tasmanian tiger. There's a famous picture of it in like 1910 or 1920 at a zoo as it being the only one in the world. And then it died after that, and now the whole species is gone.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure, I like what Kamikaze Burrito said. They're hiding in the brine pools in the sea.
Where's
Hey,
that?
What up, Adiel?
that's hard.
What up, bro? No, that's my boy Adiel.
Yeah.
Oh,
Expand on the
Hello,
brine pools.
brother.
I don't know about y'all,
Hello.
but that guy got a slow Evo. Dude, this Evo's been broken for like
Bro,
5 years.
Adiel, bro, Adiel
What a Daniel.
Adiel has the sickest beard I've ever seen in my
Dude.
life. Like if
For real.
a dream beard, he
His
has
head?
it. Yeah.
That dude's
Facts.
probably like King Xerxes.
What-
son or
what's-
You could
something,
put a
bro.
picture in the chat, can he? Tell him to put it up.
Adiel, send us a selfie so we can
I
show
don't
the
think
people.
the top head, not the bottom head.
What's the brine pools?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask him to
Hiding in
expand
the
on that.
in the brine pools.
Probably like the ordinary trench. How do you say it?
I know exactly what you're talking about, Mito.
The deepest part of the sea.
Like like that fish that has like the little light on its head. That's like in the darkest place of the sea.
Is-
No, not.
Is it the
Bermuda
guy that found the
Triangle.
Titanic that said like he went down in a submarine and it looked like there was still like a pool under the sea and he would
Yeah.
go and it would bounce off of that? Is that what he's
Exactly.
talking about?
I think so.
Oh, bro, the sea scares me
Wait.
so much. I don't mess
What
with
was
the
it?
sea.
What did he say?
So the guy that found the Titanic said that in the bottom of the ocean, it looks like there's like another ocean. That it's so
Like a
much-
reflection or something?
No. There's so much. It's a certain type of not chemical, but like material that's down there, like a lot of sodium chloride or something like that. But it looks like another ocean under the water. And if you try to go, it's so dense that if you try to go down there with the submarine, you just bounce off and come back up, and then you bounce off and come back up.
Here, let me look it up real quick.
Dude, actually speaking about that, like kind of getting back to to the topic of like, there's certain parts of the world, the crevice, like where all those fish are at, and the
Yeah.
sea and everything.
That's definitely what he's talking about.
The Bermuda Triangle,
Yeah.
where people have gone and like, it's not known, dude. Who knows what kind of animals or things are there right now?
Oh, bro, like
Bro.
like sticking on the like mythical creatures and stuff, like these giant squids, like the kraken. The kraken.
Yeah.
I think that exists too.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Bro, because like look at these like the squids that these people find and they show them on the TV sometimes. Bro, I don't mess with the ocean. I'm sorry.
No, dude. I like my dad was talking about going on a cruise. I said no right away.
No.
Ain't no way.
Bro, have you seen the videos of the cruises at night? Like they just stare out into the like ether. It looks like
it's the
there's
darkest
nothing.
area. There's no lights. Yeah, it's the darkest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Really?
I'm
I did not
out.
know that.
I am out. I have a literal like real fear. of
That's
that.
your rule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Oh, I looked up brine pools. It says brine pool is sometimes called an underwater lake, deep water brine pool, or brine lake. Is a volume of brine collected in a seafloor depression. The pools are dense bodies of water that are that have a salinity that is a 3 to 8 times, excuse me,
Greater than the sound of.
than the surrounding ocean.
Yeah, so basically it's like you know how if you put
So
oil,
that's why it's
if you
more
put
denser.
oil in water, like it separates stuff. Like same with the brines. It's basically like a lake in
So
the
yeah,
ocean.
brine rejection. That's probably what that guy was talking about. No, Kevin.
Yeah. I think that's what he was talking about. But would dragons be? No, dragons aren't ocean, are they?
Honestly, dude, a lot of the old dinosaurs, honestly, like sharks, bro, and alligators
Danny, bro?
have been the longest living creatures on Earth.
Yeah.
Alligators and
Probably-
sharks.
Right.
So, like, dragons kind of, coming from that tree,
Yeah.
who's not to say they went into the deepest, darkest places of the ocean,
Right.
and they're still living there.
Also,
You know.
China has a lot of pyramids.
Do they?
They don't
I love how Kevin is stuck on this pyramid, bro, because we were talking
No,
about
bro,
it a
because
couple
it's
weeks
true,
ago.
like-
He's like, dude, there's pyramids in Antarctica, there's pyramids in Mexico, there's pyramids in Egypt.
It's all
Like,
connected.
And honestly, bro,
It is all
he
connected.
It makes
told
you
me
think.
It took about maybe like a 3-hour drive back from the
for
mountains.
me to
Kevin.
convince you.
Dude, he literally, I don't know if it was the 24 pack of seltzers I killed, or he was actually
One eye open.
me over here. You know what, dude? That actually kind of makes sense to me. I'm not gonna lie, But then, like, of course, the next morning, I don't know if it was still the 24 pack of seltzers or not, but like, it did make sense. Like,
Yeah.
like, how is it that these pyramids, the exact dimensions, the exact way they're made, are on different parts of the earth?
Yeah, dude.
Yes, sir.
I haven't looked too deep into that, but there's something. in it.
Okay, let
There's
me put some
something
logic.
there.
Let me put some logic behind it. Okay, right? Why are they all the same?
What
Okay,
pyramids?
but yeah, they're how many thousands of miles apart, right? Egypt. Let's just talk Egypt and Mexico, bro. They're almost identical, right? But the Mexican ones, like what is it? The ones in Cancun and stuff. Like you can you clap and it like
It sounds like a bird. It's
like a bird, yeah. Like, but still, bro, like the math and the science behind it,
Bro,
like
well, going
I think this is my logic. You think Pangea, right? Right? Have you heard of Pangea?
No.
You don't know Pangea is? Okay, so Pangea is basically it says that all of Earth, so all the continents were all together at one point.
Oh,
I have millions of years ago. Whenever like dinosaurs and everything roamed, right? And I think there was a like advanced civilization that was living back then.
Oh,
I don't know, bro, because like I personally think humanity's only been around for a couple thousand years, but
they talk about humanity restarting a couple of times already.
You
Yeah.
know what? This kind of reminds me of that
Quote-unquote
conversation we had, Kev, the champions of old.
Oh,
Like, but that's another story for another time.
yeah.
Yeah, like
That was a good conversation.
I'm with my brother on this one. Like,
Papa Titty on this
I
one
think
right now.
humanity
yeah,
has been only a couple
humanity's
thousand
only been around for
years.
thousands of years, but there's been stuff for millions of years.
Yeah,
prior to humanity.
yeah, exactly.
Well, talking about pyramids, they say Antarctica has 2 miles by 2 miles.
Oh, is it the podcast I sent? Did you listen to it? The guy said it on there.
Oh, yeah, I saw clips.
Oh, okay.
What was it?
Basically, in Antarctica, there is a pyramid that they've seen on the maps that is 2 miles by 2 miles by 2 miles. The base, like so,
Holy
2
smokes,
miles, 2
massive.
miles, 2 miles, 2 miles.
Oh, the pyramid.
Yeah, down in Antarctica. Supposedly they seen it, and supposedly the government knows about it, but they aren't releasing anything because they don't want to. They want to keep. They don't want to break society. Basically,
They basically keep it as like a mountain or something, right?
yeah. They say it's a mountain. They say it's,
Kevin, they're here for you.
damn
So if
it.
you think about it, dude,
They're like, the big one knows too
if you
much.
think he's that big fat black dude in Transformers. They tackle in the pool. That's Kevin, dude.
Bro, they bring the donuts. Don't eat any of it.
Yeah.
Or no, eat it. They want you not to
But
touch it.
honestly, dude, you think about how big that is? 2 by 2 miles. You said right?
Yeah.
So,
Bro, that's
so
like
a mile
from
is
here-
5,280 feet.
That's like
That's
from
1
here
mile.
to
Right.
to Brighton.
No, that's the elevation of Colorado.
More or
52.
less.
This is the size of it.
So it's
55
if
million,
Big Brain
700.
Daniel does the right math, it's 55,000
Like square.
55,756,800 feet,
Square feet?
square feet.
Oh.
By
yeah,
corner
that's
to corner
massive.
to corner.
How tall would that be?
Oh my gosh, dude.
Like, how many feet up in the air would that be?
It's 2 miles.
Yeah.
2 miles tall.
2 miles. Oh, it'd be 2 miles tall, also, right?
2 miles by 2 miles.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
That's massive.
2 miles by 2 miles. Yeah, but 2 miles. 2 miles. 2 miles. 2 miles.
Yeah.
2 miles.
What?
2 miles by 2 miles. By 2 miles.
Hiram says the
Ramiro,
math.
you did
the
not
math
drink
ain't
today.
mathin'. Hiram says the math ain't mathin'.
Yes, it is.
No, but apart from what you said, like the math, the calculations, everything that went into doing the pyramids, bro, how do you get the stones that weigh up to 50 tons or 150 tons from one site to another with people pulling it? Like, it makes no sense. Like, how do you get it from a quarry to the site? 'Cause,
People with that type of quote unquote like
Nephilims.
bro, no, because
No,
like,
no, like physically they should be impossible to build.
yeah, because like driving a truck, right? Being a truck driver, your truck has to be jacked to the gills to be able to pull 50 tons. It has to be at least 1,000 horsepower, like, to do that.
yeah.
So imagine
Well, here in Colorado, it's so depends how much your semi weighs, but pushing it 28 tons you could carry,
Wow.
and you're
Legal.
heavy,
Legal.
and you're heavy with the axles you have, but with way more axles, obviously way more. But like Kevin's point, ridiculously heavy, and we have horsepower wheels, you know.
Yeah.
Point, bro.
People are selling fentanyl in the chat. That sounds.
Andy whip it out, they said.
He whips out the Bible.
Pokemon
Bro, did you see the portal in the California desert?
Uh-oh.
Have you seen
I
that?
saw it, but I
Oh,
was
is that the
like,
one I sent?
yeah, it was like, man, let's explain.
Yeah, you haven't seen it, Andy?
Make me,
Oh, it's
make
pretty
me a
sick.
believer.
I'll put it on the screen.
I'm pretty like up to date with a lot of like stuff going around. Like I mean, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, etc.
Animals.
Yeah, exactly. But I haven't heard of this portal in California.
Bro,
What
this
is
one
about?
popped up.
My sister-in-law's
On
in here, and I'm trying to figure out what's her username. Maybe she's aroused avocado, or she's one of them.
That's like the most like PG-13 username I could think of.
Aroused avocado.
Does she like avocados?
No, I think it's I think David might be aroused
Oh,
avocado,
I don't know.
but I don't know. But what kind of portal? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, not that there's different types of portals, but like, I don't know. Like, I
Listen here,
picture,
brother.
Can you put it on the screen?
I picture like what do you call it, Mister?
Satellite view.
Satellite?
Go to layers. Satellite.
What the heck?
Where am I at? Where am I at?
Just click on layers again. Terrain. It should. It's right there.
Why
It's
does
on
that
satellite.
look like the Millennium Falcon?
What?
Go back. Click on terrain again.
With like a hint of
Or
Sith
click
Lord.
on
in
terrain
it.
again. All right. It should be already on satellite view. Oh no, it's right there to the left.
Yeah.
Bottom,
Mount type.
bottom,
Down.
all the way down, all the way
Oh,
down.
satellite. There we go.
Thank you, Jamie. I mean, Daniel.
Exit on the map details.
Look at this.
What in the world?
Yeah, and there's like
Press this so it'll be better.
A random boat.
no. There's like tanks
There's tanks, military stuff, but it's just to me it was just like a training ground, no?
Dude, if you look
No,
in
bro,
closely,
it's a freaking portal.
Look, go back to where you were at, D. Look at every single crossroad, bro. You see a truck or some kind of
Yeah, someone's
security
watching it.
Ain't nobody
to
coming in.
not get near it.
Yeah, dude,
Tell
look at
me
this.
how
There's the
weird it is.
trailer.
Go to the left, D. Go to the left.
Left.
Left, hard.
There's tanks all
That's
over there.
tank.
Right here, right here. Look.
In car.
Right there, boom.
Yup.
1, 2. Go to the next crossroad. Boom,
Look,
there's one right
Bro,
there.
look
as
at all
well.
those tanks.
No, that's a trailer, I think.
Wow.
That's Breaking Bad.
Bro, why is there so many tanks there?
Like Connex boxes.
Look right
There's
there.
a
To your
tank.
left, D. Right there.
Oh yeah. They got,
Bro, they're hiding.
bro, they got tanks lined up like 4-wheelers.
Yeah, exactly. Like what? But bro,
Go to the
what
left,
is
D, there
that?
was one.
Look at that.
Zoom out.
Look,
as
it
much
looks
so you
like
can see
it
where
looks
it's at.
like the sky, bro.
Zoom out and then zoom back in.
It
zoom
looks
all
like
the way
a
out.
it looks like a
Yeah,
pool
go a
of
long way out. Go a long way out and
Yeah,
then all the way
see
in.
how,
Yeah,
like,
just
what
zoom out, zoom
area
out.
that is.
Yeah.
It's in the California desert, bro.
Yeah, zoom out so
I ain't
people
going to
could
Vegas
see.
no more.
Bakersfield.
Yeah.
Damn.
Let's go.
It looks
Bro,
like
I'm going to Cali soon. I should pass by. Be like, what's going on here?
it looks like a giant pool of chemical waste.
So
That kind of does look like algae. You're right there. But like these stars or whatever, quote unquote, like it's sun out.
and they're building another one. Go down a little bit.
Yeah.
Right there. And it's not even that deep. No, it's right next to
Oh
it.
yeah, you're right.
It's not even that deep.
Yep. Yeah. I
And
didn't
there's
notice that.
excavating equipment there.
Yep.
That's a Humvee. That's a Humvee. Literally
this guy
right
right
there.
here?
That guy right there.
Yep. That's
So-
crazy. This is a boat. So
So
maybe
people-
it's like a homemade
Okay, so this is what people said. The logical.
but why do they have tanks there?
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this is what people said. They said that it is a testing ground for boats.
Bombing test site, naval testing site.
Naval testing site. Andy's favorite. Marco built like a like a lesbian.
How?
Ban him!
Everybody get this guy out of chat right now.
Lead chat. Get him out of chat right now.
No, but like people said that it's a testing site for boats or boat engines. But why are you gonna have that
Tanks.
in the desert?
Yeah, exactly. You're going to test your boat out of all the beautiful coast and lake. You're
In
going to go to
desert.
Nevada to test your boat power.
Exactly.
Like,
Like not only that, you have tanks all around. Like, bro, come on. It's so strange.
I need me a tank though. That'd be sick.
Bro, I was just peeking into this link, the Reddit reacts.
Yeah.
You want to pull that one up?
The first one?
Yeah, I'll read it.
Yeah. Let's go.
So this one, it says, "Am I the a-hole for wanting to break up with my girlfriend after her ex's funeral?" All right, so let's listen.
Hey, bro, this one's juicy. Just
yeah.
I want to mute all you guys except for Marco.
Okay. So it says this isn't the original poster, but it says the original post. "So my girlfriend and I have been together for about 4 years. She used to be close friends with her ex. However, he tried to make a move on her while she and I were together. So she cut off their friendship. They knew each other for about 10 years. They were high school sweethearts and stayed together throughout college. They broke up because he did not want kids. He died recently, and my girlfriend was invited to the funeral. While I wasn't happy, so to speak, to see my girlfriend cry about this guy, I swallowed my emotions and offered my full support. She asked me to come with her. Here's where things get messy. She kept talking about she wishes they never broke up in the first place, and that she's never met someone who she loved as much as him. She made a speech about how she says that if things had been different, they'd be a happy family with children. I had to force myself not to say anything then. Now we're back home, and she hasn't said anything about what she said. I'm so close to just leaving, but I just don't know if she's only said that out of grief." What? Okay, so the original poster's only comment, "To be clear, she didn't say these things to me. She was talking to others. There's no conscious bot, but a majority." Oh, that was it. Oh, let me read the update. Sorry. So the update 3 days later. "Hello, everyone. It's been a stressful couple of days, and my post got a lot more attention than I expected. It was overwhelming, to be honest. It's been a week since the funeral itself, and I've been talking to some friends as well as reading comments on my last post. Truth be told, I've been hesitant to talk about this to my girlfriend about because she's still been depressed. She's not talking to me at all, and I've been taking care of everything around our place. She's been laying in our bed. I've tried to talk to her, but she just shuts me out. I've been reflecting on our past relationship and realized a couple things. My girlfriend was never as passionate with me as she was with her ex. She never did anything as romantic or thoughtful for me when compared to her ex. For example, she's never gone traveling for more than 3 days with me, but she traveled often with her ex, sometimes for years. It's not like I haven't offered. I was simply told to get over it and that each relationship is different. And people said stuff like, if she wanted to be with her ex, she would be. Sometimes, or something also to know is that some of you actually pointed my attention to another post, one that's about a girl going to her ex's funeral. I read the post and I don't know if it's actually my girlfriend or not. Some details are different, like our age. We're both 30. Also, I never said anything about breaking up with her for going to the funeral. I wasn't exactly happy to see her mourn the guy who wanted to sleep with her while she was with me, but I didn't say anything. Now, that post admitted that she actually cheated. I thought about this for a second, but it doesn't matter. Because if she cheated or not, I already broke up with her. I did have a talk with her. She refused to at first by not responding to me. But when I told her I was leaving, she finally said something to me. I basically told her that I feel like crap ever since she said those things at the funeral. How I feel like she would rather be with her ex than me, that I felt like her second choice. She started to yell at me, calling me selfish and that she's lost one of the most important people of her life, and I shouldn't make this about me. I was too tired to try to yell back. My things were already packed up. I'm staying with my parents for a while. Our lease doesn't expire for a few months, so I don't know what she's planning to do. I don't know what to do now. I thought I was going to marry this girl someday and have kids, but she wanted someone else all this time. I appreciate all the comments, and I don't know if I'm going to post another update, but thank you. There's another, you want?
We can talk about that.
Okay, yeah, we'll leave it at that.
We could summarize it, the rest.
Juicy,
That is juicy, bro.
bro.
I don't know.
Bro, so Edom says beta.
No, dude, I was reading it. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah,
Like, dude, this guy's a simp.
Yeah, but seriously, dude, like in reality, at the end of the day, that girl made her choice like when she decided to make that speech at the funeral. Like that was it. That
Wait, she made the speech, or she was telling people?
I felt like she made a speech. No,
I think she was telling other people. She said,
No, it said no. The thing says that she made a speech at the funeral, like for this guy.
Oh, damn.
oh yeah, that's
Damn,
what I
yeah.
understand too.
yeah,
right.
That would have been it. Like,
Yeah. So at the end of the day, bro, like, dude, anyone talks about like that highly of their ex to someone else, like we over, dog. Like like that's
Yeah,
it.
dude.
Peace. Like.
and no, and the thing is, like, I'm like honestly, bro, like I'm mature enough to, if you want to talk about something like that, like that's fine.
Would you let Giselle be friends with one of her exes?
No, but it's
Exactly,
mutual. It's
but-
mutual though. It's like, dude, like I'm sorry, like your ex died. It's like, oh, that sucks. Anyways, how was your day?
cold blooded.
No, dude, like
crazy.
Like in all honesty, bro, like pure sentimental to the dude that passed away and everything. Like, okay, you know what, attend the funeral, but she went out of her way to talk in front of a crowd of people about how
exactly.
Bro, it's like-
this person was so meaningful to me. If things would have been different, we would have still been together.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, you got your significant
gone,
other
dog.
right next to you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro. If I was in that spot, I would have literally got up. I would have went to my girl's parents. Hey, you know what? You're hearing the same thing as me. Good riddance.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
all due respect, I'm out of here.
Bro, and this is the thing. It's like you're no longer. I don't know. Let's say Johnny. Like, let's say this guy's name. The ex's name was Johnny. It's like, you know what? You're not Johnny's girl no more. Like, you're my girl. Like, even though you might be his ex, you're my girl now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
But I think they started off on the wrong foot though, because they were quote unquote good friends when they started dating, and then the guy ended up dying, right? So I think that was the wrong foot to begin with. Like, you got to set that boundary.
Well, on the update, she said there was supposedly he read a post and she
That
was
was, like,
cheating on him,
similar.
right?
yeah.
No,
like,
but
like, she doesn't know it was
he
her,
Didn't know,
but-
he didn't know it was. if
Yeah,
it
no,
was
I'm just
her or
saying. But
not.
what if it was her? That's why they stayed good friends, because they were still friends with benefits.
He broke up with her either way. My point is, like, he should have set a boundary from the beginning.
yeah, you have to.
That it goes back to the same thing with How I Met Your Mother, right? What we were talking about last week, right? You got to set that boundary, and you can't be friends with, you know, your exes, even though like you quote unquote might love them or whatever. You might think they're your friend, you know, but there's always gonna be lingering feelings though.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah, bro. Like,
Especially if he was
can't
a
be-
first, like first. of
yeah,
everything.
especially if you
first
had,
experiences.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
if
If you
they were high
kissed
school
or
sweethearts.
had sex or something like that, like there's always gonna be feelings, bro.
Right.
Like you're connected, bro. Like no matter what, like especially like you know if you had like sexual relations, bro. Like honestly, like you have that connection with a person. It's not just you know oh they're my friend now.
Right.
You know,
Hiram says he should have dipped when he knew she wasn't over that dude. And
facts.
I agree because it's like, bro, like you can't be Captain Save a Ho, like for no relationship.
yeah.
No, I'm sorry. No, but like you really can, bro. Like if you know if you like somebody, but they're still caught up on somebody else, like you know what, like I like you, I'm attracted to you and stuff, but like you got to get over your things on your own.
Like it's that baggage that you just don't want to deal with. You know?
Right.
Like as much as you care about that person,
and it's one
like you got to draw that line.
She's
in the
grieving.
sand.
She's grieving, right? Which is
Yeah.
understandable.
Yeah.
Like if you lose someone that you've been friends with, you grieve.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
then going and saying that if only you had kids with him.
Yeah, you don't go up on a
No.
stage saying, "Oh, if only things had worked out." In the sense.
If only he would have busted a better nut in me, you know, like for
I know,
real.
and like you said, bro, it's like I feel like I'm a second choice, and it's like bro,
He really
you're-
was.
Because you
not-
are.
You're
Yeah.
you are not the asshole. Like you are not in the wrong place.
Right.
Like, you feel exactly how it's playing out to be.
Yeah.
So you have every right to walk out.
Right.
Facts. Yeah, bro. I you know, we're all on the same page on that. Bro, did you see J. Cole's response?
I didn't. I heard that.
No,
Yeah, the response.
that's good. I thought it was good.
What are we gonna
Lot-
keep going? I don't know what happened.
He was second choice beta dude.
What happened?
That was kinda big.
What happened to J. Cole?
No. What happened with the rest of the
like
story?
Drake, Kendrick,
Oh
J.
no!
Cole, they're all beefing.
So at the end of the story, basically,
Is there a TLDR?
I'll give it to you. Basically, she she tried to make up with him, and he didn't go back to her.
Nice.
Good man.
Yeah.
Good man.
Nice.
What's his
Good.
username?
His name is I don't know his original name. No.
Rose?
This
No.
is Visual Lifeguard
Visual
8937.
Lifeguard 8937. You passed
Yeah.
the toughest trial that a man can go.
Hey,
Props to you.
before we go on to the J. Cole stuff, let's read the other Reddit react.
I don't
you
even
think?
remember the second one, dog.
It's in here. I got it pulled up.
Sounds like something Derek would say.
Oh,
Ooh.
did you put this?
Yeah. I put this.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Should I read it or?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and read it, Kevin.
All right. It's the post says anyone else in the US not having kids because of how terrible the US is. It's on the millennials Reddit page. It says, I'm 29 female and my husband is 33 male. We were on the fence about having kids in 2018, 2022. Now we've decided to not have our own kids, open to adoption later, because of how disappointed and frustrating it is that they are in the US. Just a few issues like a collapsing healthcare system, mass shootings, education system, justice system, and late stage capitalism are reasons we don't want to bring a new human into the world. The US seems like a terrible place to have kids. Maybe if I lived in a Europe, I'd feel differently. Does anyone have the same frustrations with the US? So I put this up for us because it seems like it's a common issue not only in the US, but the world. Like people just don't want to have kids anymore. One, because it takes away their free time. And
Look what Avocado put. Sorry.
what do you say?
Foreign women is better than U.S. women.
Depends where though. It also depends where.
The culture.
I agree though, but
The
for
culture.
the most part, American women
Trash.
are not good.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not American women. It's the culture that they got brought up in. I think we should really like reiterate that because it like definitely there's a really bad culture and it's not focused towards family.
But like, when is the dam gonna break? Like people aren't having kids because it's gonna economically ruin them. What kind of future are the kids gonna have? Where's this country going? What kind of health care are they gonna have? Like it just seems like the dam's gonna break. Like the levee's gonna give out.
No, bro, I definitely agree because, like, you know, my wife and I, like, we want to have a family, but I couldn't tell you how many times it's like, well, should we actually do it?
Right.
Because just schooling alone, like, I don't want my kids to go like to a public school.
Right.
And not to mention the cost of them,
Exactly.
the environment that you have to raise them in.
You have to, if both you and your wife are working, for example, like let's say both me and my wife are working, childcare is like $1,900 to $2,500 a month.
I think that's cheap.
That's a house payment.
It's
Because
crazy money.
my wife, I think one of her coworkers was saying that it's like $3,000 a kid
Yeah,
monthly.
monthly.
So it's like, well, some people don't make that a month.
No,
So
heck no.
I'm supposed
Not the
to.
people I
So
know.
my check is what, supposed to go to somebody else taking care of my kid.
And not only that, what kind of development is he going to have? He's never
Right.
going to see the parents or the mom around.
Yeah.
So
I'm a big believer in homeschool.
yeah, honestly, right now,
You know.
yeah.
You what?
I'm a big believer in homeschool
But
Homeschool?
but on that same Reddit thread, on that same Reddit thread,
because they're
that,
gonna learn everything you instill in them,
right?
not what another teacher's gonna instill in them.
On that same Reddit thread, there were people talking about in the European countries, because he's like in that what he posted, he's like, maybe I should move to Europe, and there were people from Europe commenting like, nah, we live in Scandinavia, Norway, Sweden, the nice part of Europe, and even we are struggling.
Andy?
If you homeschool them, they'll end up like him. I mean, personally, as Andy, I don't think there's a problem with that. But
No, bro, it's true because like my brother and I, we were homeschooled for a couple years.
Yeah.
Dude, I did not do school. Like honestly,
But you guys were already older.
no, bro, we were in middle
When you
school.
guys started,
I changed
that's
my-
older, bro.
no, dude, honestly, like my brother's right. When we got homeschooled, he was maybe like entering or like maybe 10th year high school.
I changed my mind. I don't want that school
that's
anymore.
I went,
Bro, it's bad.
bro, like max 8th grade. And then like I was able to hack my teacher's account and just said I went to school for like the next 2 years.
And he swear he was a hacker in 5th grade, bro.
Dude, like bro, that's until I had to go to truancy court and stuff. But like,
No, they for real, bro. They
I'm not lying. Like this is real. Like,
bro, they literally
I
sent
remember
it
when Valmo was talking about that.
They literally said, bro, bro, this fool had my parents in tears because this fool couldn't do his freaking schoolwork.
you know, like for real. Like
We're going to jail because of you, Andy.
Dude, like,
Yeah.
it was either okay, your parents are going to jail or go to military camp. But I was all like, you know, is there an option 3 or option C? And he's
They
like,
can
I don't
go
like
to
either
jail.
of those.
he's like spin again, you know, like, and then it's it came like, you know, for my GED. But even then, bro, I mean, like, you know, I mean, I think I came out okay, you know, personally, but
Michael and Andy
you
put
know,
homeschooling over.
but like, there's kids nowadays, bro. Like me personally, when I have kids, when I get married and everything,
Yeah.
dude, I personally wouldn't send them to school.
Right.
Because like bro, like I
That's illegal. Do not listen to
That's
that. That's
illegal.
illegal, sir.
Bro, the teachers come back because Andy's kids aren't doing their homework. They tell Andy, "Do you want to go to prison or go to military?"
It goes around. Life always comes around,
Bro, the freaking CPS knocks on Andy's door. He's like, he's all naked, like just with the shirt on, with the shotgun on.
He
his
didn't
shoulder.
help you.
with the good old wife beater on.
He's like, sir, you do realize that your children have no education? And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was America.
And he's like, yeah, they're retarded.
I
Leave them
hear
alone.
no bill.
I'm sorry, Kevin. What were we talking about?
No, I was just saying that people said that they were in Scandinavia and Europe, and even they agreed that like life sucks right now, like all over the world. Like even for them, they're struggling to get by.
Yeah.
So it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like
Yeah.
they're like, what
Well,
do you
like-
do?
Yeah, dude, it's crazy because like me personally, I like the traditional structure of, you know, like the man works, wife raises the family. But it's like, dude, nowadays you kind of don't have the choice.
You have to have the
Yeah.
guys to work too,
Dude,
like
like
a way.
No, for real, like a dual income is kind of necessary to just stay ahead.
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, then so what do you do with the kids if both parents have to work?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
What you
like
said
you
pay
do-
the 2,000 or whatever a month, or what Kevin said.
yeah, per
You're
kid.
screwed either way, though.
Yeah,
that's
so
okay, yes.
so then it's like, okay, so what do we do? Do I even want a kid?
Yeah.
Can I afford a kid?
Yeah.
And then
No.
it's like, okay, if I can afford a kid, who do I want raising the kid?
Right.
So yeah, so like my thinking is like, bro, when are things finally gonna
You know, bro,
burst?
it
You
kind
know?
of brings up to topic. I saw it was on Reddit the other day that there was a huge like, you know, it was like one of those communities like with HOA and stuff like that. and like they have their own school, like in their own cluster of like houses and stuff.
Yeah.
And all the parents got mad. It was like a Friday afternoon because the teachers were teaching their kids like, oh, it's okay to be, it's okay to feel feelings for the same sex and stuff like that. And all these parents were getting mad, like, hey, you know what? You don't teach my kid to do this. You don't teach my kid to do that. And it kind of brings up the point. It's like, you know what? Like, if you don't want other people teaching your kids what to do, it's your job.
Do it yourself.
Do it yourself.
Do it yourself. Or if you want to do private school, but then private school, you're paying money to do that. So it's like, bro,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
It's like pick your poison, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It's just crazy, like how expensive things are and everything that's going on.
Yeah.
What are you grinning about?
Don't you even dare.
You little-
Oh,
Hey,
Aroused Avocado said Andy definitely got in trouble for looking up teacher skirts in middle school.
I don't know who you are, Rouse Avocado, but I will
He's
find
very
you.
aroused, or she's very aroused.
And I
Whatever.
will.
What's the other one? The bottom one. Hey,
Hey,
Andy,
Andy, do parts kill you?
do they kill
Oh
you?
my god!
Who's Danny
You
Boy,
have that
dude?
video.
Okay,
You have that video, don't
I'm
you?
gonna be honest. Okay, that video came out maybe when I was about 10 to 11 years
Bro, he's
old.
gonna clear the air. Okay, guys.
monoxide.
He's like,
After-
now that I have a platform, I'm gonna clear the air.
After 14, 15 years of emotional trauma and just going through it, I will have to say
Emotional
I still stand by that decision. I truly do. I truly do, bro. If a fart smells bad enough
And it
and it's
goes-
directly into
Dude,
you,
And it goes to your
will
lungs.
you not at
I
least
think it's
pass
definitely
out
true.
or die?
As Andy speaks, I see a 7-year-old Andy right in front of me,
With the headset on. With the headset on.
trying to defend himself.
He was like 8 or 9 in that video.
Dude, yeah, he was a kid. He was a baby.
That's it. That's a great video.
The topic. Are we good to move on?
Yeah, go for it.
I wanted to talk about something that I was thinking about. Like, it was running through my mind, bro, because my wife and I. Well, the topic is the butterfly effect, and the reason I had put this down was because my wife and I, like I had said, we want to start trying for a family, and we're debating on whether my wife, gets birth control taken out or replaced, and. Dude, like the conversation went from no, just get it taken out, like let's just do it, to well, why don't you just replace it and we'll try again later on. That decision right there made me think about the possible life that I postponed, like because I'm not gonna have the same kid. Like say that decision right there was the difference between me having a child that's like a boy, for example, versus putting it off and then like say I have a girl. And then in 20 years, I have to explain to that child that their existence is because his mom and I decided that we were just going to postpone having kids for a bit. You see how like that
Right.
decision is just so crazy? Like it doesn't sound like much, but later down the line, when you have to explain it to another life, it's kind of mind blowing. You know what I'm saying?
But
Right.
you're counting sperm as a live person.
No, he's talking about possibilities though, multiverses. Like I like
Multiverses.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
Like
Like
you went deep on that.
No,
I was
for real,
thinking you were thinking like me at 13. I busting my head. I'm like, oh my kids.
Daniel's just looking in the toilet. Bye bye.
See you later. I didn't need you.
No, bro, but you see, and
I get you. I understand
and
now.
not just that conversation, the butterfly effect in general. Like one decision affects, 1,000 different outcomes
Yeah,
to
yeah.
something else. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Let's put it into sports perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say Peyton Manning never signed for the Broncos.
right.
What happens to the Broncos?
We still suck.
We
Pit of misery.
ride Tebow.
What happens?
We would have rode Tebow.
But you see what I'm saying? But
Or
we never
Wilson.
we never have to talk about it though because he did sign for us.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Perfect example.
Yeah, I
Or,
understand.
Like I don't know who put this, but the whole thing with the Texans going on.
I put that.
So like for the example,
Dude, I can explain that.
Okay,
It's
go
super
ahead.
deep.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Bill O'Brien was the head coach back in 2019, right? I think 2019. Yeah, it was 2019.
I hate that guy.
He traded Nook, right? Which is DeAndre Hopkins,
Hopkins,
right? He traded Nook for
nothing.
nothing, bro. He got nothing in return for him to the Arizona Cardinals, right? And that just set off a chain reaction because he was the GM and the head coach. Okay, so he gets fired. Okay, they hire a guy in the interim. I forgot who it was. I don't even remember his name.
Lovey Smith, I think.
No, it was before
no,
Lovey
no,
Smith. There was another guy before Lovey Smith.
Oh,
And so the guy that was in between Lovey Smith, he was only there for a year. He went like 2 and 15, whatever. You know, I don't know if we were playing 16 or 17 games, right? And then Deshaun Watson doesn't want to play.
right.
The next year, Deshaun Watson doesn't want to play, and he's going through all his legal battles and whatever, right? So Deshaun Watson doesn't even want anything to do with the Texans, right? So he gets traded to the Browns. They fleece the crap out of the Browns, right? They get all these picks,
Yeah.
everything in general. You know, they give Deshaun Watson fully guaranteed contract. He hasn't played in 2 years.
Pretty much.
He hadn't played in 2 years. He really hadn't.
Yeah.
And that just sets off the chain reaction. They so Lovey Smith. So the next year they hired Lovey Smith. They're terrible. They go 3 and I think 2.
Yeah, they're gonna be a top 3 pick.
They're 2 and 16 or no. I'm sorry, 2 and 14. And on the last game, bro, Lovey Smith decides to go for it on 4th down, gets a touchdown, and instead of tying for it, he goes for the dagger, which is a 2-pointer. They make it. So instead of having the first pick in
They
the
get the
in the
second.
draft, they get the second. In the second, they draft C.J. Stroud. But in those years before, they had drafted Nico Collins, Tank Dell. No, they drafted Tank Dell with C.J. But
Yeah, they were
Tank
making
Dell,
moves
what's his name?
due to the trade,
Will
with,
Anderson?
the Deshaun trade. They were making moves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They got offensive lineman Will Anderson. He's like the rookie defensive player of the year this year. They had both rookie offensive and rookie defensive player of the years
right.
this year. That's insane,
Yeah.
you know?
right.
But it's the butterfly effect. That's exactly that, bro. Like, you know, stupid Bill O'Brien thinking he was a genius of whatever sort, you know, trading away like literally generational talent that is DeAndre Hopkins,
Right.
you know, because he went to Arizona and balled out with Kyler,
Oh yeah.
you know.
Bro, Bill O'Brien pisses me off. But
Yeah,
Yeah, he does.
But that's the Patriots mentality, you know.
But that all of that, to go back to my topic, one decision shifted everything.
Yeah,
Do you see what I'm saying?
I understand.
And it's like, it for me, it's kind of mind blowing because it's like, how many different outcomes can we possibly have if one decision is not made?
Right.
bro, that's
You think it's I'm sorry to interrupt.
no. I like what you put there because, bro, I fantasize about that sometimes. Like, what the decision I made 10 years ago, if I had changed my thinking or how I was, or the decision I made 10 years ago, where would I be now?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or like, if we decided to not pull the trigger on this thing that happened, what would have happened? Like, you just start playing those scenarios, like,
Yeah.
and you also think, is there other like multiverses? Like, is there other dimensions or something where that decision did get made and it's being played out somewhere else?
I think I've seen this episode on Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty, yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking
Actually,
about.
Get into what Kev Dog's talking. Like, do y'all think our multiverse is real?
No, but
Like, we
it
only
makes you
have
think.
one timeline, and that's it. End of story.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's my other question. Do you think it was already
Real quick though, Danny Boy has a question. How does this affect LeBron's legacy?
Oh, no. If he went to college instead of to the NBA, how would that affect his legacy? That's a
What if,
butterfly effect.
LeBron, what if LeBron went to college, bro?
I'm always getting
It's-
it out in the left field. Like,
But sorry, Daniel, go ahead before we lose your train of thought.
So yeah, the question was, do you think that in general, like, your decisions are already made for you? You know, there's already a timeline,
Predestined.
predestined timeline.
Not really, because I don't believe in destiny.
And then
You have the power.
and we already in the Bible it says we have libre albedrío or whatever, which is can you
Freedom of choice, like free will.
free will, exactly.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, bro. It's like, okay, if I choose to leave, if I choose to go home in 4 minutes versus 10, that's the difference of whether I get in an accident on the drive home or not.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Bro, I had that happen to me.
exactly.
Bro.
Where like something
So
held
I
me
have
up.
the choice. Like, I get to decide when I want to go home.
Yeah.
Exactly what Marco
it's
just
not-
said, bro.
So like that's what I'm saying. Like whether I leave in 4 minutes or 15,
Yeah.
is that the determining factor? Am I already destined to get in an accident on my way home?
Right.
Getting back to what Marco was saying, bro. Have you guys seen the Curious Case of Benjamin Button?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I love
What is it about?
Marco's seen it.
What
So
is
it
it about?
literally has the same exact
That's with
scenario.
Brad Pitt. It's a big.
Yeah.
It was like his biggest movie.
Like where he's born like a
Old.
super old man.
Yeah, and he gets young.
And then as progresses
Time-
throughout
time
his
is
life,
backwards.
he
Yeah.
gets younger and younger and younger.
Yeah.
Okay, but during like his like kind of like 30, 40 era, his girl that he likes forever that was like in dancing class in Paris, she was all like it starts out, you know, if this taxi driver would have got up earlier 10 minutes earlier to drink his espresso, if this person would have not crossed the street and stopped this taxi, and it goes through like 20 different scenarios, and then it shows at the end of the scenario she wouldn't have got hit and her ballerina, you know, career wouldn't have ended. You know, and that's kind of getting what Tamarco's doing is like, you know what, if I leave in the next 4 minutes, am I destined to get in an accident? Am I destined to see something I'm not supposed to?
Right.
Like it's a domino effect.
Yeah. But no, like, okay, so like when you see, like, say a child's born, right? And you hold this child in your hands, is this child a murderer?
No.
No, because in 20 years,
how they're brought up.
that child is going to be in a situation to whether they pull a trigger or not. You know what I'm saying?
But it was also on how you raise them.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no such thing as something already
You're
being written.
destined to be.
Yeah, because you hold this child can be, you know, a great person, or it can be a horrible person. It can be
Yeah.
a rapist or something. It all depends on the decisions and the way it's raised.
Right.
It's not already
That you
it's
made
not-
for them.
It's not already factored in
Sure.
what this child's life is going to be played out to be.
It's not like Back to the Future where he goes to the future and he sees that he's a loser because
Yeah, exactly.
and at the end, Doc Brown basically tells him, "Your future is what you want it to be. Do what you want to do." Like that's basically how it is. Like, yeah, we have freedom of choice. Time is destined in terms of that. It's always gonna be dialing. The clock's always gonna be dialing.
Yeah.
That's the only way it's destined. But as far as what we do and how we make our choices, that's free will.
Yeah, like you ever seen like Hot Tub Time Machine?
Yeah.
Okay,
I love that movie.
so like yeah, like in that, you know, like they obviously get in the time machine and stuff, but then they see their life play out. Like if he doesn't talk to the girl, maybe it doesn't
Yeah.
turn out to be his wife or things like that.
Yeah.
Like perfect example. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is very good sound.
Yeah. So it's like, what if you don't have the guts to talk to your wife when you first met her? You know what I'm saying? Like, does that turn out to be your wife? Probably not.
Yeah.
So it's all choices, bro.
Glad I flirted with Leach at that Starbucks.
It's
No,
all-
facts, bro. Like I really, you know, that's very true if you bring it up that way.
yeah,
You know, because in reality, you know, do you remember when do you remember that?
dude. I don't remember what I did last week.
Okay, so okay, bro. So we were at the park, you know, and then you told me like, hey, we're going to the movies. Do you want to go? And you know, you told Lee Chai and Adriana and stuff, and so we all went, but we met up at Starbucks before. Do you remember that? And then we went and watched the movie.
I don't remember, bro.
Well, anyways, like,
But I believe you.
that was the first time I ever interacted with Licha.
Yeah.
Like I'd obviously seen her, you know, but that was the first time I ever talked to her.
Interacted or groomed?
Both,
It was the first time
There's
I
a very
groomed.
big difference, Daniel.
both.
Hot either way.
But no, dude, like that. Yeah, that was my topic of thought for this
Yeah.
week because it's really crazy, bro. Like you can really go deep into it.
Yeah,
Depends on
It's like different realities, you know?
how lost you want to get in it.
yeah.
You want to leave it there? Or you want to?
Well, we only got two more. You want
Yeah.
to bring them up, Daniel?
You guys,
We're trying to do a puzzle here, guys. All right.
Are you gonna play it on the stream?
Ready? Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's already on stream.
I got one for you guys. It's a little motivational. It's about Dion.
You got to bet on you. It's so funny that you believe in others. You would bet on others. You would support others. You would be there for others. You would even lie at times for others. But when it comes to you, you take a darn back seat. I don't understand it. I'm going to bet on me.
I just like that, bro. I'm a bet on me. You know, like a lot of people aren't fans of themselves. You know, and at the end of the day, you know, like you can only be your own fan, right? I actually very agree with that, and I you know, I'm a huge Dion fan. I think, you know, what he preaches is it.
I think they're fans of themselves, but they see too much good in humanity. But humanity is just, people are bad, like selfish. And once they come into that realization, that's when they're themselves start just thinking about me. Like he said, he thinks people will defend you. Like you'll defend someone else, but they won't defend you
Yeah, because you expect that from
because
them.
you expect that from them. But once you stop expecting that from them, that's when you start just believing in yourself. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah, bro, I agree. I feel like just that, just as a human, you have so much self-doubt naturally.
Right.
But yet when it comes to like my brother, for example, it's like, dude, like I believe in you in whatever, you know, adventure you want to do or whatever. Like I'm sure you can attain it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like if it's like, if I think about myself, it's like, well, I don't know if I can do that because whatever reason.
Why the
Just for
self-doubt?
self-doubt.
Though?
That's what I'm saying. Like it's just integrated. I'm not saying I have self-doubt, but I'm just saying like
You just
naturally.
admitted you did though. Think about it. I'm not trying to argue.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying, if you really think about it, you
Yeah.
just admitted you did. So what?
I was trying to come up for an example.
Yeah, but which part? How would I say it? Like, is obviously no one wants to have self-doubt about themselves. Like even it's probably a very natural thing to have, right? Because you're doubting your ability to do something,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if someone else believes in you, why can't you?
Yeah.
That was the whole point of it.
No, and exactly what Daniel's getting to, bro. It's like right away, as soon as like, you know, Kevin and Mito, me and my brother, Daniel and Pelon, like right away, hey, you know what? I want to do this. As a brother, you know what, brother? I believe in you 100%. But as soon as it's yourself, whether it be the gym, whether it be a business, right away, first thing in your mind, what comes? Oh, you know what? I may fail in this field.
Right.
I may fail. Hey, you know what, dude? I know sometimes I get lazy at night. I don't want to go to the gym. Oh, you know what? I may be spending like a stupid, you know, idiot on the weekends. Right away, you start doubting yourself and know your weaknesses.
Right.
When I had
You know?
when I had said that, it wasn't because I have self-doubt. It was more so because like I know I have strengths that maybe Andy doesn't have, or vice versa. Like I know he's probably better at something than I am, and that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah, I
like
understand.
I'm realistic. Like I know I'm not gonna go.
I live in the same world
I'm
as
not,
you.
I know I'm not gonna win I know I'm not gonna climb the highest mountain in the world. Like I just know that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
But
I understand, but that's your limit in life, though, right? You put that limit to yourself, right?
yeah,
That was the point of it. Like at the end of the day, you're not supposed to have that. And I have it too.
yeah.
You know, don't get me wrong. Like I have it too, but that was the point of that video.
I think
know,
it boils down to
because-
desires.
Exactly, but also it boils down to, like, not letting your mind go there.
Yeah,
You know, just doing it. You
Yeah.
know, that was the point of it.
yeah, bro. Like
that's
like,
what I felt was the point of it. Honestly,
I like I said, I feel like it just boils down to desires because it's like, well, if I have the desire to, I don't know, just like make $1 million, just for an example.
Hmm.
Well, if my desire is strong enough, I could probably do it.
yeah,
But like, say I have no desire to be like a figure skating champion. Well, I'm probably not going to attain that. But just because my desire to do that is non-existent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, for sure. Avocado said. Dion said, "What happened to be nice to one another, helping out with your neighbor, lending them sugar, and worrying for their kids when they go to places they shouldn't be in."
Oh, it's gone. That type of
Yeah,
neighbors is gone.
That was out 25, 30 years ago.
Oh yeah.
If not
Out-
further.
At least, yeah.
I think that died with my grandpa's generation. My grandpa's 94.
It's because life was
Honestly,
life was a lot harder back then too. Like people,
And humans too. Because
Yeah.
like we've just grown colder.
oh
as,
yeah,
as a race.
right.
Well, not a race, but like a species.
Society.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
like
we.
society.
I
Me
think,
Mito's point on with that one, bro.
Yeah.
As a society.
society.
doesn't
but I think
matter
the
what
American
culture or not.
society.
Oh,
Because-
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where we live, we've grown colder because of the society or our surroundings.
Yeah. And,
Kinda.
and culture.
Kind of because we have to be selfish. It's all
We
about
do.
me and my family. That's why we've grown cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I got one more for you boys, and then we'll close it out.
Alrighty.
Disturbing things I've read in a while. A post on r/teachers has gone viral titled, "It's going to get worse, isn't it?" This person has been teaching for 14 years and they teach grades 9 through 12 English Language Arts, or ELA. They start out by saying that all grades seem to have in common a one and done aesthetic, meaning all students get a chance to improve their grades with revisions, but fewer than 1/3 even try. And then the parents complain when the kid doesn't have an A, even though the kid refused to do revisions, didn't address the prompt, and had tons of spelling errors even though it was a digital assignment. He says the parents just stare stone-faced and say, "But you assigned a one-page essay and he turned in a one-page essay." It can often become a 3-on-1 battle where the parents are trying to be best friends with the kids and disregard mountains of missing homework. Parents beg for extra credit to turn the grade around even though the kid didn't turn in any of the work and bombed all of the tests. Literally 95% of my tests are open notebook. I painstakingly go over content and literally say things like, "This is definitely something I'd want to have in my notebook," and still less than half of them ever write anything in their notebook aside from sketches of anime characters. Almost every kid tells me they don't go to bed until 1 a.m. and more than half show up in their pajamas, wrapped in fleece blankets, clutching their Starbucks/Stanley, but leaving everything but their uncharged laptops at home. Is this going to be the new normal? The teacher said the one thing that all the kids have in common is that they don't care. If this is true, is this not the biggest problem we're facing as a culture? Our kids don't care about life? Should we not stop everything we're doing and figure out how to take better care of our kids? This is really the new normal. We need to press pause right now and figure out what's going on because this system is clearly not working.
Agree.
There's one point to that what we were talking about earlier. Parents are too busy trying to support their kids, so that trickles down. And obviously there's some parents that don't care or whatever, but that trickles down to what you guys were talking about, where you were saying that you got two jobs, two double income to support your kid.
Yeah.
They're not there. They're
Yeah, bro. I feel like this is a big problem from just a society standpoint. Like, obviously, this guy's American that's talking about it. Do you think this is a problem in China?
No.
Because they're disciplined.
And they're not teaching them nonsense too.
Yeah, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Like, America is such a selfish and put me first society.
Yeah.
They don't care about being disciplined. Look, like the guy said, showing up to class in pajamas. Bro, like if I'm a professor and I see a guy show up, like with slacks and a shirt, like obviously, showered or whatever, my mind already says, you know what, like out of all my students, this guy's probably going to make it because he's disciplined.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a culture problem.
Also, a lot of people nowadays don't see the benefit of the public school system because it's not preparing a young adult to front the world. It's not teaching them about taxes. It's not teaching them how to run their bank. I think we talked about it a couple
Yeah,
weeks
like
ago.
3 weeks ago. or
Yeah.
something.
Like it's not preparing us for life. So probably even the parents themselves are like, well, just do the bare minimum, get by. And then once you get into the real world, we'll teach you.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that could be it as well. Yeah. Maybe they just have no faith in the
Throw you into the fire pit.
Yeah, in the public school system, they probably just don't tell their kids like that's why they don't push them to do good anymore. Because I mean, honestly, like 20 years ago, when you graduated high school, it meant something. Because like it was hard back then. Now, bro, it's like a participation.
Google. You could use Google for anything.
You could use Google for anything, and also it's a participation trophy because like you don't even have to show up to school. You just have to do the bare minimum, get D's and F's, and you still graduate.
Yeah, and then it's still you could barely pass, and yet you're still on the same level of success. And like you said, it's a participation trophy. So no matter whether you got flying A's or D's, you still graduate.
Right.
You're still part of the same graduating class.
So what does it matter if that kid in that class? Why does it matter if you get like an A plus A 100% on your test if the same guy that's getting 60 is going by? Like the teachers are like, or the parents are probably like, don't worry about it.
Passing?
I think so. 59 is an F, right?
Yeah, 60 is passing.
I believe so.
No way.
Yeah. Kamikaze Burrito says public schools are literally designed to make employees.
That's a fact.
I mean, I think it boils down to critical thinking too, though. Like
Yeah,
if you're
that
able
too.
to have critical thinking, or if you were taught to like think for yourself, or to like problem solve, I think that is a very big thing that nothing that a public school or a book will ever teach you.
Right.
That's all just you know your upbringing yourself. Because I have met some really smart people that have like PhDs. Like I do. One time I met this psychologist lady. This is or not me, but Iran told me this story. He told me that there was a psychologist lady at the school that he worked at, and those big double doors that have like the push bar on one side and then it's like the little button on the other side. Well, he was telling me that basically they were on the side of the push bar, but he had them closed. So she like walked up to the doors and just like stared at him and asked him to open the doors. And he opened them and gave her like a weird look. But it's like she didn't have that critical thinking. Like she was very smart. I'm sure she was a very smart person.
Yeah.
She was a bookworm, right?
That's why people say like, there's street smarts and then there's book smart. Like, what would you rather be?
Street.
I'd rather be street smart.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean like you have to be an idiot in school either. And dude, like honestly, like I think
Wait, why do you look at me?
I don't
I felt it over here.
I don't think you have to be book smart to be good in school.
Right.
I think you just have to be disciplined.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because like me, like in high school, like I dropped out early, but I wasn't an idiot.
Right.
I dropped out because like honestly I was lazy. Like I didn't do schoolwork.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's basically, if you're gonna pass high school or school in general, all you have to do is like turn in homework and that's it. Like that's basically it.
Honestly.
And you
Turn in
pass.
something.
Turn in something.
Yeah.
It's like zombie stuff.
I like to comment that I don't know who this is, Daniel Kobos. He said, or she, many do well and hardly dress for success. Visuals isn't always the point. I believe in execution. Don't blame schools. It's the parents. That's what it comes down to. I agree.
Yeah.
Because
you have to instill in them first for them to have that motivation.
Yeah.
If they don't have it for themselves, why is it the teachers responsibility to give it to them, right?
Right.
It's your responsibility.
Yeah,
that is
that's
very true.
Yeah, because it all starts with what's happening at home.
Mm-hmm.
And if your parents are bad, well, you can't possibly expect to produce a good kid. Like how old are kids nowadays? Like how old would their parents be? Like in high school, they're what, like 15 to 18. So your parents have to be what, 40?
34.
Like let's say 40 plus.
Yeah.
Those are millennials.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the earlier millennials. What did they do when they were high schoolers? Like those are the kids that were like classes of
2002, 2003.
Yeah, the 2000s, and already by then, like probably their parents, like what they would be like 60s or so. That was kind of like the last generation where it was like, okay, like old fashioned.
Yeah.
Bust your ass, no slacking off. But then those kids create worser kids, and then it just kind of trickles down.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of that saying is like, strong men create peaceful times. Peaceful times create weak men. Weak men create difficult times.
Difficult
And
times.
so on and so
Yeah,
forth.
Difficult times create strong men.
Exactly.
Yeah, so like it never progresses. It kind of it's like a wash and repeat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why it all starts at home. Like you
It does start at home.
Yeah.
I do remember like like my parents having a hard time while I was in high school, and I didn't want to do any of the work. I would just show up and do the bare minimum.
Yeah.
I remember, but I thought C was like barely passing. Like
Back then, C was was barely passing, but it's lower now.
yeah, but I mean, what can you really do? You at the end of the day, it's a life lesson, right?
Yeah.
You have to if you want your kids to do better than you did, you have to instill that in them.
Right.
Yeah, bro. My dad, he something that always sticks with me is he tells me like uno no nace sabiendo cómo ser padre. So like basically saying like one isn't born with a certain skill set or knowing how to do something.
That's true.
And until like you're older, like it probably,
But you can also learn from your parents' mistakes.
yeah, but like my point is, okay, so like I don't have a kid yet, but probably like my dad, he didn't know how to be a father, and he probably isn't going to know until like he has a grandchildren. And I'm going to follow suit. Like I'm probably not going to know how to be a good father. I don't know how to be a good husband yet. Like I just started, but until you're married for,
no one does.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's, I don't know kind of where I was going with that, but I was
I
basically,
know exactly what saying it is. It said uno no sabe ser padre hasta que llega. No, uno nunca sabe ser hijo hasta que
ser
llega
padre.
a ser padre.
yeah,
Y uno nunca sabe ser padre hasta que llega a ser abuelo.
yeah.
And
So it's
that's-
like me,
that's
like
the truth, bro.
like me, like, yeah, like I think about it sometimes, like, man, I was probably a crappy son.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But until I'm a father, then I'm gonna realize like where all my mistakes were.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it's very true.
And it's all, I feel like it's also like a cultural thing as well. Like us, Hispanic, Latinos, like we're told from a very young age that we have to start working right away. We have to start making money, support the family, and our thinking of school just goes away.
Yeah.
As opposed to other cultures, especially the Indian culture, bro, it's get a good education, get a good job, save your money, build for the future.
Be a productive member of society. Like,
Yeah.
how often are we as Hispanics told that?
Yeah. I have a friend from work. He's Bangladesh, which is basically India. Well, I shouldn't say that. He's they're gonna get pissed. But anyways,
Nito, you better stop saying that.
click that.
So that's where my shirts come from.
but his dad was working as a security guard and told him, no matter what, we're gonna put you through school. And he went through school. And his dad's already retired. And now his dad's like, you get your master's. No matter what, go get your master's. And he's like, yeah, but I want to start making money to help you guys out.
Yeah.
But the dad's like, no, go get your master's. I'll pay for everything. Don't worry about it.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So it's very different to what
exactly
we
that
grew
though.
up.
You want better for your kids.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah, even
you-
at the cost of yourself.
Exactly. You know, what if his dad only had a couple years to live?
Exactly.
He'd still have that same mindset. You know, because he only has a couple years to left to live. You know, like, you know, that mindset is pretty dope.
This dude's dad is like 60 years old. Daniel's put him in the tomb already.
No.
He's like, nah, bro, you're on your way out.
Dude, honestly, like Kevin was talking about, you know, it's like our culture as Hispanics.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what, luego go to work, this and that. Have you guys ever read other cultures' history or like their biographies, like how they do stuff?
No.
Like for example, like the families in Dubai,
With
or
the
you know
mic closer?
those people over there. There can be, you know, 10 males, let's say 10 kids. And one could be working this job, this job, this job, and they all put their money together to buy properties, to buy, you know, supercars, this and that. Because why? Or something like that. Okay.
Yeah, like Middle East.
But still, you grasp the culture or the way they think. They put their pride aside, and you know what? I need to build myself
Yeah.
to help this brother this brother.
Yeah.
Because I know my brother's going to help me the same way I'm trying to help his family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everything they get is to build their
Towards the
empire
family.
together.
Yeah.
You know, and you think about it, bro. I mean, we're Hispanic, but it's not a bad idea to think that way.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, but it's like how many times like as a Hispanic is like, oh, like I have problems with my suegra, or like, oh, I can't get along with my cuñada, or you know, like there's always something like that.
We're envidiosos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure. But it's like, you know, we're talking about like Middle Eastern cultures, and it's like it's honestly really
But they're human too,
impressive. It's impressive.
It is
because-
impressive, but they're human too.
Yeah.
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 But at the end of the bro, like how many we're talking about just like they achieve
The
a success
core-
because they keep
Work
it together.
I understand the core of it is great, you know, but you don't really know until like until you're in that culture, I guess. Right?
Yeah, because they probably see other cultures and they're like, oh, they do this good, whereas we can't do this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I think that's it, boys. It was a long one.
Yeah.
You know, that was a good one.
Yeah, we touched a lot of topics, bro.
What was your outro song, Kevo?
The Day That Never Comes. Metallica.
Yeah.
We just want to shout out everybody in the comments. We appreciate you guys tuning in.
Bro, they were going after each other for a second there. Jeez.
I want to give
Yeah.
a shout out to the boys letting me join today. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
I know I'm the little brother here amongst all of y'all, but I hope to join soon.
Yes, sir. All right, boys. Well, have a good night.
That are